Two men journey to the bars and restaurants of Scandinavia to find amazing beers, always with the same question.
Hey, what's on tap?
It's time to find out.
Hello and welcome back to What's on Tap podcast. We are once again back in your ear holes. Stefan has just smelled the first beer and made a silly face.
Yes.
So this is going to be a good one. Stefan, you actually brought both of these beers.
I did brought both of these beers.
The first one I'm not looking forward to.
Well, you shouldn't look forward to it because it is not a good style of beer. But it came out of Systembolaget. It is something that they felt the need to import from the U.S.
Yeah, someone went through the fucking hoops of importing this garbage.
Yep.
But before we get to the beer...
From Boulder, Colorado.
Oh, Boulder, Colorado.
Yeah, those fuckers.
It's such a long way away. But maybe we should introduce our good friend here.
Yes. Welcome back to the podcast, Bjorn.
Thank you very much.
Are you looking forward to the two beers we had today?
No.
Yep. You know, it's fun. I kind of like these episodes where you just bring out two random, crazy-ass style beers and just like, let's just do this. Because there's no expectations, or who knows, maybe your expectations are kind of low. But it's not always, because we tend to always lean towards like the higher quality beers. But sometimes you want to mix it up a little bit and try some stuff that you're not really sure about, or from some breweries that you've never had before. I personally have never had anything from Sanitas Brewing. Wow, this is number 48. It's called Lime Lager. It's a Stockholm, which is interesting. They had to specially print the labels for Sweden.
Yeah.
I also noticed that they wrote the importing in Swedish as well. So for some reason, I don't think I've seen that before.
Maybe we're just one of the markets for lime lagers.
Could be. I don't know if have you had many lime lagers before?
A few.
I actually had this beer before. I looked it up now.
I've had this one as well.
I've had it about a year ago.
Oh, about a year ago. So this is the second time you imported it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Because I saw it on the release list a while back. I said, new Sanitas. Oh, lime lager. No, I'm not buying that.
Yeah.
But apparently I did last
Yeah. Last year was good enough for you. This year you're like, no, I'm good. And normally I would avoid these as well, but I was like, you know what? This is just too much fun to try. And I just like to make Martin uncomfortable. So that makes it even better. It's like a win-win for me. Even if the beer isn't very good.
But the thing is, I love genuine Mexican food. Mm-hmm. I love lime. Mm-hmm. I lime infused whatever.
Look, nothing's better than a cold todate with a little lime and a little salt on the rim. That's really nice.
Yum.
Or a Negro Modelo with some lime or something. I have found that when beers decide to, you know what, we'll just cut out that lime for you and just put it directly into the beer.
That's when you lose me.
It's not been a really good success.
It smells like lime. It smells a little salty almost.
Yeah, it smells a little like Berliner Weiss, kind of. A little lime, a little salt, a little watered down margarita kind of smell. All right,
let's try it.
It smells more bitter lime, like the lime rind, than I was expecting.
There's a lot of lime in it. If you treat it more like a sour beer with lime essence, it gets better. It is a lager with lime, right?
That's what the can says.
Yeah.
It says a lime lager Stockholm.
That's where the big mistake is made, in my opinion. Because Berliner Weisses or sours with lime, that's a better flavor than lagers with just flavoring. Right?
Yeah, I totally agree. This is, why? Why? Why should you put this in a lager?
Are we supposed to drink this with like tacos or something really spicy? Would that improve the beer?
Are you asking me? Because I have absolutely no idea.
I'm asking you because
I like you look at me like, oh, because you're American, you should know these things.
Yes.
And honestly, I find that this has always been a crime against beer. I've never understood the point of it. I don't understand why the macrobrewers do this. I don't understand why microbrewers do this either. It's not something that makes a lot of sense to me. However, I don't hate this, but it's not something I would reach for again. Maybe, I guess if you were barbecuing and someone gave you one of these, you'd be like, oh, that's kind of nice. It's not bad. It's 5.5%. It's drinkable.
I can use it as a drink mix.
It tastes like a drink mix, honestly. It tastes like you want to throw a little tequila in this. You know, a shot of tequila inside the can would probably not be a bad way to go.
It actually has 4 little, I wouldn't call them progress bars, but like measurements. Mm-hmm. Color is about 20% along the bar. Body is about 15% along the bar.
Yeah,
malts is 60%, and hops is about 30% along the bars.
Yep, that tracks for me.
That is interesting.
This could also be like a shandy or a radler.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely fits in that kind of world.
But I feel really bad for Sanitas because this is their first, as far as I know, representation in Sweden.
Apparently their only representation is Systembolaget.
So, well, it doesn't really excite me to get anything else from the brewery right now. And you said they were from Boulder, Colorado, and I was like thinking, I would like Avery instead.
Honestly, I thought they were from probably San Diego or something like that, because this doesn't really strike me as a Boulder, Colorado style beer.
It's the only... I've only had one beer from Sanitas, and it's this one last year.
Yeah.
They've never exported anything else to Sweden.
Well, because it costs so much to print those special labels, they really can't afford to lower their beers.
They went bankrupt.
Yeah.
Their sole mission in life was to give us this beverage, and I could give it a 2.5. I could.
One of my wanna go beer travel trips is to Colorado. I want to go around there. So maybe if I'm in Boulder, I will go buy Sanitas and see if they have anything else.
You go in there and say, "Hey, I tried your lime lager. What can you recommend?"
What the hell were you thinking?
Yeah.
Hey, what's on tap? Except for your
lime lager.
Because I had it twice, apparently.
All right. So what are you going to give this?
2.5.
2.5.
Yeah, 2.5. It's not bad, but it's it's just a weird.
2.5 is fine with me as well. It's middle of the road. I don't hate it, but I definitely don't feel the need to ever have it again. All right. So
next
Martin,
year,
you have a lot to say about this one, apparently.
Stefan brought out a can of... So it's Keane Brewing, a Swedish brewery from Lidingö.
Where's Lidingö?
Outside of Stockholm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're getting confirmation there?
Björn is way better than me at geography. In all areas. Sweden, Europe, the world.
And they say Americans are bad at geography. But
I was right. I just wanted confirmation from a slightly bigger expert. If our listeners don't know, Björn is one of the quiz masters in Malmo. He holds multiple quizzes at multiple bars. He's had, what is it, like 1,000 quizzes?
No, I'm over 250 at least.
Okay.
The last 5 years. So.
More than 250 quizzes.
Around 30 quizzes.
If you're ever going to study for one of his quizzes, flags.
Yeah.
Look up flags. He hard goes into flags.
But the beer itself is a red ale called Midgardsormen, which is the Midgard serpent. And my biggest complaint, before we started the episode, I was like, "Oh, I've read this can, and I already know what to complain about."
Yeah.
They obviously care about Norse mythology, but then nowhere on the can do they name the Midgard serpent's real name. Jormungandr.
Oh.
That's like the first thing you would name.
Which is funny because it's got like 4 paragraphs of descriptive text there.
Yeah. Midgardsormen is one of the daughters of Loke and sister of Helen Fenrir. Yes, she is the sea serpent and member of a truly dangerous family. Truly. I think they misspelled truly.
Okay.
How would you spell truly?
TRULY. L-Y?
Yep, that's me. They didn't spell it like that. Released by Odin. If you're doing it in English, call him Odin.
Yeah.
On the shores of the sea that surrounds Midgard, Midgardsormen slithered beneath the waves. There she grows until she encircles the earth. Blah, blah, blah. This red ale has a malty and caramel character. Let's see if it does. But the Midgard serpent is... The name of the Midgard serpent is Jörmungandr.
That's really interesting, because they didn't spell Loki L-O-K-I. They spelled it L-O-K-E, which I guess is
Exactly. They've written everything in English and used all the Swedish spellings.
the sister of Hel and Finrar.
Yeah, Fenrir.
Which is...
That's the English version. We call it Fenris.
Oh, okay.
Fenris.
they're really mixing things around there.
Yeah, I don't think the brewer has proofread this because the brewer of Keane is Irish. That's the big...
Wow.
We got an Irishman brewing beer in Lidingö, Sweden, and having this Norse mythology theme.
Wow.
That's the...
A lot of things going on there.
The other thing I'd like to point out is on the can, we can see that someone in black marker has crossed out or filled in a little circle that used to say vegan with a plant. That's filled in with black marker. So obviously it stopped being vegan at some point.
Oh, wow.
It might be this, this fish product, isinglass.
Yeah. Fish scales in it to help with clarity.
Yeah.
All right, red ale. What do you think?
Yay.
Not one of your favorite styles.
It doesn't smell much. The aroma is faint.
It is pretty light in the aroma.
I can really enjoy red ale.
I love a red ale. I mean, it's done well. I think it's really solid.
Will you enjoy this red ale?
I don't know. Let's find out, guys. Cheers.
Cheers.
For red ale, it's extremely light. I would have never guessed red ale just pouring into the glass.
No, it doesn't have that amber touch to it.
Not at all. It's like characteristics of a red ale, but misses on being like a real red ale.
It's 5.2% ABV, by the way.
Yeah, that's about where it should be. But it's got a little bit of bitter punch to it. It's got a bit of the roastiness that you come to expect, but it's not quite there. It's very middling.
Yeah. I don't want to bash a brewery, but for me it's not bad. It's not misbrewed, but it's not even a blip on my beer radar.
No.
It's very anonymous.
It has this slight yeasty, flowery notes to it. Mm-hmm. Quite dry in the finish.
Yeah.
So I don't dislike it, but it's just lacking in like everything.
It's quite rich and fluffy mouthfuls, and that's good. But the taste kind of it doesn't go anywhere.
It's easy to drink. I'll give it that.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll give it a 2.75.
All right.
Yeah. A week 3.
Yeah, I would give it a week 3 as well. Yeah. I think it's very drinkable. I think it's approaching a red ale, but it's missing the kind of punch that you get from a red ale. Red ales being notoriously not a strong style that people usually enjoy. I think this kind of falls a little flat on that end.
Wolf, I just got a burp of the lime lager that
I did as well.
That paired with this.
It just keeps on giving, right? It's just like it's the beer that never stops giving.
It didn't help the red ale. Oh, damn.
Would they have benefited from naming this a different style?
Like what? Rye lager?
Sure. I really don't know what... I really don't know where it is.
No, me neither.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
It could have been... even go into the weekly hopped IPAs.
Yeah.
It's
or
this
English pale ale.
Yeah, sure. English pale ale.
Because it has this English touch to it, the hops and the maltiness. It's quite... I was thinking maybe this would work better on cask.
I think on cask it probably would be better. But this isn't hitting it for me.
It's a weird one.
Yeah. I think it just needs more. I think the craft is there. It just needs to be, they need to push themselves a little harder. I think it would come up with something much better. But it's definitely a lot of fun to try.
Yeah. And we got some Norse mythology lessons.
We did. We also learned that Keane doesn't know anything about Norse mythology.
I mean, the facts aren't wrong here.
It's just a match of English and Swedish spelling of the gods.
Yeah.
Yeah. And going all the way to naming parents, but then not naming the actual serpent. It's a weird one.
Okay.
It's a weird one.
All right. Bjorn, where can we find you online?
You can find me at Bjorn Guiden on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram.
Oh.
And if you're in Malmö, just go to one of the many pubs, and he might hold a quiz at that moment.
Where do you know what your schedule usually is?
Tuesdays, Sultan. Not every Tuesday, but Sultan.
Quite often on Tuesdays, yeah.
And also part of the Bearditch Quizmaster crew. So Thursdays.
Wait, Quizmaster crew? They have several.
Yeah, we're
rotating out.
Yeah,
of,
we have
Quizmaster. Five people.
So we have 4 at Sultan, 5 at Bearditch, and we will start the season now also at Hylje Bryggeri, Stormgatan.
Okay.
Their tap room.
And how often do you? Are your quizzes in English or Swedish or?
Swedish, but I might do some in English at Stormgatan during the summer. So, so now you can join also.
Oh, that'd be nice. I will lose in those. I've heard your quizzes and they are insane. They are super tough.
No, they're tough, but
they are tough.
Tough but popular.
They are, yeah. So how do you get on the Quizmaster crew? Like, do you have to have like a?
First, you start with a genius level intellect.
Yeah. So, like a love of really obscure facts.
No, I just started hosting quizzes a few years back, asking can I host a quiz, and it turned out great.
So, are you the catalyst for forming this group of?
No, the Bearditch has. I've been recruited.
Okay. So
Sultan is where I do most of my quizzes, and I can do whatever I want.
Yeah.
When it comes to how I make the quizzes, and we do a lot of fun quizzes. Sometimes we're more than one quiz master each time. We do at Sultan. We do also a lot of food and drinks quizzes. So you have blind tastings of food, and Johan, the chef, has made special ice cream for the evening. So you can taste. You need to pinpoint what flavors are in the ice cream.
That is fun.
They're like, "What is this?" And you're just like. Christ! I have no idea.
So, but the season starting soon at Stormgatan again. So,
all right, cool.
So and that Saturday we'll try at 4. So,
all right,
matinee quiz for you.
That's good.
And in February of 2019, there was a festival at Mittmöllan, the food court thingy, where Björn he held a quiz there. But I was at that festival with Björn. We were drinking beers. And then he was like, I need to now go and hold a quiz. So I joined him, found 4 random weirdos, formed a ragtag bunch of a motley crew of beer aficionados, and we won.
Nice.
And you should really check my beer calendar for 2022.
No, you shouldn't.
I had a beer quiz with beer personas from all over the country, and Martin participated. He ended up in the final,
4th place, outside the bronze. Not didn't even get a bronze medal.
4th loser, as I heard.
First loser.
Now there are other losers before you, but you were in the final, so you were the 4th.
That was the prime loser.
Yeah.
I need to study.
All right. Well, You can find us online at what'sontappodcast.com, Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, YouTube, and wherever you find podcasts, you can find us. So until next time,
keep drinking, you dum-dums.